Hello, Michigan FFA. Like Anna said, my name is Kylie Spiro, and I'm here today to present to you Lindsey Hoppe. I've known Lindsey since my sophomore year of high school, and that was her freshman year. And thinking back, that's been like 6 years now, so it really doesn't feel that long ago. But one of the things that I love most about Lindsey is her spontaneous and adventurous spirit. Usually for us, this means Lindsey calling me up, "Hey Kai, you need a sleepover buddy tonight?" And I usually respond 9 times out of 10 with, "I would love to." And when she comes, she always brings snacks and face masks, and this usually ends up in us staying until 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning, watching silly TikToks or old Vines, and then Lindsey will grab my Stitch pillow pet and sit on the floor and burst into a giggling laughter fit. If you don't know what that is, tell her a funny joke and I'm sure she can demonstrate for you. But the thing that I love most about Lindsey is how giving she is of herself to others. I can't tell you how many times I've had like a mini meltdown this year, and I've sent a snap of myself in like tears, or I was like, "Oh, I'm so sad or upset or whatever," and she instantly will call me, FaceTime me, or send me a hilarious Snapchat video with like the big lips, you know what I'm talking about, when your mouth gets really huge, and she'll just send me one of those to pick up my spirits. I know that she does this for every single person that she comes in contact with, and this girl, I tell you, has a heart of gold. And it is my sincere honor and privilege to present to you today your Region 6 State Vice President and one of my dearest friends, Lindsey Hoppe.
Hi everybody, I'm Haley Schultz-Cuccinello, and I had the privilege of being Andrew's FFA advisor for 4 years. And last year, if you weren't able to be at those candidate speeches, Andrew had an awesome rendition of Beauty and the Beast, Be Our Guest. He rewrote it to talk about his leadership qualities and what he thought was really gonna make him a good state officer. Andrew is a much better singer, and you've heard him over the course of convention than I am, so I'm gonna spare your ears and not sing for you. I was having a conversation right before I got up here with another advisor, and we were talking about those students who make your chapter whole. I don't even like Andrew, so if I cry, it's not that I like him. But Andrew is one that made our chapter whole. He was the kid that every advisor hopes to have in their program. I'm really fortunate to have had him. So one of the things I thought he did a poor job of sharing in that speech last year were some of the moments that really speak of his character. And that's his willingness to always do more than what's expected, his selflessness, his intentionality, and his genuine heart to serve. So I thought I'd share just a couple of those most notable moments that I have with Andrew. After his sophomore year of competing in parliamentary procedure, it was a tough loss for him and his team. Most people would have wallowed or moved on right away, but Andrew, when I couldn't find him, was with our junior high conduct and meetings team, and he was celebrating their win with them. Those were one of the times where I knew that Andrew was going to be destined to do good things in this world. Another time is that anytime we had a chapter event, Andrew was always the last person to leave any event that we had. He was always the person that was waiting for those long life chats, and then he was always the person to be asking me, "How are you doing?" And really, I should have been asking him those questions, but Andrew has always been so caring for other people. He also took it upon himself to create Quizlets, flashcards, and then expand our chapter resource box for the crops contest. He wanted to teach his fellow peers how to be successful in that contest. He asked me if he could skip class and his college classes to teach his peers how to be, how to do well in the contest. I told him no. On the day that he told me that he was going to be going to classes, he showed up anyways because Andrew was going above and beyond what everybody expected. It was true of his character that he always goes above and beyond. And just this last year, when helping him prepare for scholarship interviews, Andrew sat down with some of his fellow competitors for a full ride scholarship to MSU to talk over questions that he might think be in that interview. He never saw it once as competition, but rather an ability to make everybody better throughout the entire process. Andrew, thank you for always leaving. Oh, dang it. so close. Andrew, thank you for always leaving this world better than you found it. I can't think of a better role model, Disney guru, person to be a future agriculture teacher, or our future governor of Michigan, or someone I now call my friend. It's my honor to introduce Andrew Smith for his retiring address.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my own.
Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind.
I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design.
'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are calling me away.
I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take.
Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. It may be difficult to tell, but neither of us are good singers. In fact, it was very nerve-wracking to get up here and sing in front of all of you. Some might even call us crazy. But experiencing the thrill and satisfaction of that craziness is how we experience growth and find fulfillment in our lives.
By putting ourselves out there and giving into the crazy, we give ourselves the opportunity to grow. Whether it be singing on a stage or trying a new contest. By doing something that makes us uncomfortable, we may find new strengths or passions within ourselves that we never acknowledged before.
I was napping in my bed with my dog at my side and my toasty sheets protecting me from the frigid Arctic air when my sister comes barging into my room. I barely remember any of what followed. All I remember was saying yes to whatever she was saying and being annoyed that she woke me from my beauty sleep. After a few half-conscious yeses later, she ran off and I was able to go back to sleep, only to be woken another 20 minutes later for supper.
Picture this. Little Lindsey Hoppe, about 12 years old, glasses, no knowledge of hair or makeup, and no dresses of my own, signing up for the Alpena County Fair Princess Pageant. I had no idea what I was getting into. All I knew was my cousin was doing the Queen's Pageant, and I wanted to spend some time with her, so my application was turned in.
When I arrived downstairs, I was greeted with my whole family laughing at me. Extremely confused and still only half awake, I asked what was going on, only to hear my mom say, "We were surprised that you agreed to do it." What did she mean? All of a sudden, the faintest memory of my sister asking me to do something came to the forefront of my mind. What in the world had I agreed to? After pushing and prodding, my mom revealed that I had agreed to be in my sister's dance recital to replace another dancer unable to attend. The absolute horror. I am many things, but I am certainly not a dancer. There was absolutely no way I was going through with this.
The day before pageant, we had one practice. One practice to learn a full dance routine, memorize a walking pattern, and meet the competition. I was very overwhelmed. Now, I should start off by explaining that I had never spoken in front of a classroom before, let alone sang spoken dance in fancy outfits in front of an audience. I was terrified. I didn't feel close to prepared.
I was rock solid on my decision, right up until the moment my mom hit me with this line. Well, I was surprised. For once, I thought you were actually going to do something selfless. Ouch! Now that got under my skin. Me, Andrew Smith, being selfish? What in the world did she mean? I mean, I had volunteered hundreds of hours of community service and been a supportive friend to all sorts of people. My mom continued, all the time you talk about the importance of stepping out of your comfort zone and being a leader. I guess you don't believe in what you've been saying.
The next morning, I woke up bright and early, already feeling a little nauseous. The first thing I did was check my phone. But what I saw made those butterflies in my stomach flutter even faster. Posted on Facebook was a group photo of all of us who were competing, but I wasn't the only one who saw. All of my friends had seen it too. I had texts galore from, "Is this a mistake? It can't be you," to, "Are you serious? You in a beauty pageant?" And my personal favorite, "Wow, you're crazy." All these words caused a sense of dread to form. What if I froze up on stage? What if I forgot the dance? What if everyone laughed at my singing? What if they posted videos? I was ready to drop out.
In the moment, I brushed off her comments, thinking she was just trying to make me feel guilty to join. And oh boy, was that working. But I continued to disagree with her. I mean, I had broken past my comfort zone a zillion times, whether it be volunteering to be the Parley Pro president as an 8th grader, or singing a song for my regional officer speech. But my mom knew just what to say to steer me in the right direction. I realized I was being selfish. All the other times of stepping out of my comfort zone, I was doing it for my own gain. But when the time came where I needed to be a leader and face my fears for the sake of others, I abandoned what I'd previously preached.
My mama, not knowing how scared I was feeling, came to wake me up for breakfast. My favorite, chocolate chip Eggo waffles with whipped cream, turkey bacon, and orange juice. This was the breakfast she made every time she wanted to get me going and motivate me. While I had breakfast, she asked me practice questions so that way I would feel prepared for my interviewing. Knowing how much faith Mama had in me put those butterflies at ease. Then my dad came home. My dad came home early from work just to be with me for the pageant. Mom, Dad, and I loaded up and headed to my hairdresser Marsha's. While Marsha did my hair, she had me practice my talent, and the whole salon cheered me on when I finished. All these people, family and friends, had so much faith in me.
My head was split between my guilt and fear, but I decided to give in to the crazy idea of dancing at the recital to help out a team in need. The next week, I went to my first of only 2 practices before the recital. By the end of practice, I felt like a complete fool. I even fell down once while sliding across the floor. But when all the other teammates said, "Andrew, you did awesome," and that you have a hidden talent for dancing, my confidence overtook my embarrassment.
Now, I didn't forget my dance, but I almost knocked over my little table during my rendition of the Cup song from the classic movie Pitch Perfect when my knee was bouncing just a bit too much. At the end of the day, I ended up with a crown on my head as Alpena County Fair Princess, first runner-up. But the crown didn't matter to me. It was the friends I made that year that pushed me to be in the pageant for the next 5 years. It was Jessie, Miranda, Nissa, and Jillian. It was my friends and family who supported me when I didn't support myself. It was Mama, Daddy-O, and Marcia. They didn't think I was crazy. They pushed me to go after what I wanted. They're the ones who deserve the crown.
Finally, the recital came. I got to the doors where we would enter, took a deep breath, and let the nervousness wash out of me. Then I heard the beat of the music starting. I actually did it! I danced in front of 100 people and even looked like I knew what I was doing. I wasted no time getting off stage, but that experience was one of the most exhilarating moments of my life. Not only was it a blast to face my fears, but it was even more fulfilling to put others above those fears. And although the claps, the cheers, and even a bouquet of flowers were wonderful rewards, the best reward was being a servant leader and the memory of dancing next to my little sister.
I almost walked away from something I thought I could do because of the perceptions of those around me. They called me crazy for dreaming so big, crazy to think I could make it, crazy for even trying. But what they didn't know is anyone can be a leader. Norman Vincent Peale, who wrote The Power of Positive Thinking, once said, "If you shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you'll land among the stars." So aim big. Reach higher than you ever thought possible. If we let the perceptions of those around us drag us down and wreck our confidence, we may never reach what we truly desire.
Whether it is because of a lack of confidence in ourselves or the fear of being judged by our peers, we are often too afraid to accept the crazy opportunities that come before us. And when I say crazy, I'm not talking about bouncing off the walls or pouring milk in before your cereal. No, when I say crazy, I'm talking about the things that make us feel anxious, seem beyond our abilities, have the possibility to fail, or put others above our own self-image. Under this definition, doing something crazy is a nerve-wracking and uncomfortable experience, but that is not a bad thing. My 8th grade advisor, Mr. Don Wheeler, always said to me, "If you feel like a fool, you're doing it right." Most people love to hide their fears and avoid all situations where they have to acknowledge them. However, growth, leadership, and service does not happen through being confident 24/7. It is easy to volunteer our time to help others or make a difference when we are confident in what we're standing for. However, it's even more impactful, important, and sincere when we're too scared to step up and make a difference, but do so anyways. Embracing crazy opportunities is taking action in the face of fear. Embracing crazy opportunities is taking up the risky and unfamiliar experiences that come before us, not just to grow our own confidence or break past our own comfort zone, but to impact and inspire those around us.
Be crazy. Dream of going to a large college. Strive for higher education goals.
Be nuts. Challenge yourself to take up a contest that makes you feel nervous.
Be bonkers. Wear what makes you feel good, regardless of what your friends might think.
Be bananas. Reach out to people you don't normally talk to.
Life throws choices at us on a daily basis. We can choose to take the safety highway, following the trends or following our friends, or we can choose to be crazy. We can choose to step up or step out, empower others or empower ourselves. We can choose to lead. And we can choose to ignore what others say and do or dream of what is best for us. The choice is yours.
Embracing crazy ideas, opportunities, and challenges is not a comfortable process. However, when we welcome that discomfort instead of running away from it, our impact is limitless. So be crazy for your passions, be crazy for your goals, and most importantly, be crazy on behalf of others. When we allow ourselves to feel like a fool, as Mr. Wheeler so eloquently said it, our lives and time in FFA will be beyond fulfilling.
Michigan FFA, embrace the crazy.
Lindsey, you are our favorite Wolverine. You are easy to talk to and aren't afraid to say what's on your mind. From your spontaneous hair dyeing to your laughing attacks, there is never a dull moment with you on this team. Thank you for your outrageous stories, for being my hairstylist, my makeup artist, my teammate, and most importantly, our friend. Michigan FFA, our Region 6 State Vice President, Lindsey Hoppe.
Andrew, your love for Disney and singing will always bring laughter into our days. Your solo driving and your amazing dance moves definitely makes you the grandpa of the team. We love you and thanks for being you and being able to be with members. Michigan FFA, our state treasurer, Andrew Smith.